The new era of technology was the theme for this year's Pacific Islands Media Association Conference, which was held at AUT University. The conference led a number of workshops throughout the day, which involved key media personalities. Workshops covered important issues such as the clash between cultural and media standards. This was facilitated by television journalist and author Sandra Kailahi. The shift from traditional to new media was discussed with guest speakers of the panel. PIMA's first chairman, Kalafi Moala, spoke about the print industry in the Pacific and the transition that could possibly take place with the growth of new media.
So I see us with the technology, we're jumping. We're not going to have to go through the same process that some of the Western countries that are going through. I see that there's going to be a leap, and how do we as media prepare for that? Do we have to go through the process, or do we have to prepare for the kind of audience, readership, and listeners that we're? That I think we're still finding out.
Also speaking on the panel, Tongan media veteran Sefita Hau'uli reflects on the differences between the older and younger generations of media today.
Particularly 531, I think older brand it was aimed really at doing several things, but amongst the key things that it wanted to do was to retain and continue to use the language on air. So while that remains, there will always be that older generation who will rely on that as being the only medium that they will have until that generation dies off.
With the generational changes of the media audience, Pacific Media Network Chief Executive Tom Etuata discusses the impact and importance of social media for the Pacific community and the change that comes with it.
And having worked in the islands and radio and aware of what's in media, there's a lot of footage that you don't see that they would love to put online. Once they improve the broadband to the Pacific, things will change. Access will be instant. And who's going to be prepared to take that challenge on will be the ones who move with change.
The panel concluded with an open floor discussion which included concerns as raised by Etuata and members of the public about how much access Pacific students and their communities have to technology and the impact this will have. Executive member for PIMA, Marama Papao, organized the event this year and says they've engaged more with smaller ethnic organizations, such as Ethnic Samoa. She also says involving more of those from the production side of the industry, such as scriptwriters and directors, has been an exciting time for the Pacific media in New Zealand. The annual conference focuses on current issues affecting the Pacific media and also provides diverse networking opportunities. Next year will mark PIMA's 10th anniversary. Tupouseini Taumoepeau, Pacific Scoop.